Welcome to Nairobi Street Kitchen, your dream place to be. It's a new place in Nairobi. I'm going to give you a special tour and show you around all the different concepts. We are made out of 11 concepts, and I'm actually going to take you around something Nairobi has not seen. So be ready for this.
3 years ago, a group of Nairobi's hottest up-and-coming hospitality creatives came together eager to breathe new life into the city's stagnant entertainment scene.
Nairobi Street Kitchen is the brainchild of two sisters, Aliana and Alisa Popat, who saw the way people in Nairobi like to go out, eat, socialize, and saw an opportunity to create a space that would lend itself to the way Nairobians like to go out and hang out. It's also a space that offers a platform for arts and music and culture, and a big objective of the space is to function also as a training center for young people in hospitality. So we have a focus to recruit and hire young people in the industry.
From their global experiences across the concept of Nairobi Street Kitchen, the new, trendy and artistic hotspot nestled in the hub of Westlands along Mombasa Road.
A total of 11 different concepts in the building. Okay, 7 of them make up a street food market. Okay, so they are expanded concepts developed like you might have food trucks in other places in the world, but they're much further developed than that. And we've taken as much as we can that we can recycle, upcycle, reutilize old materials. So that might be like shipping containers or the old buses or the old trucks that you see around the premises. Yeah? Some of those things have been rescued and pulled from different places in Nairobi where they would otherwise be discarded, and we've restored them and given them a new lease of life in the space in an artistic way and in a creative way, and given some style and character to what we've created here.
Considering the fact, even if you come with kids, you can be able to cater for your needs. If you have parents, we also have upstairs whereby we have adult area which is strictly over 18. So here when you get in, the first thing that we see, we have a Z-bar. The Z-bar is all about beer, cocktails, mocktails and soft drinks. Customer comes in, places the order and is able to pick it for himself. So the major concept about Nairobi Street Kitchen is self-service. You come, go to whatever concept that you want, and you pick whatever food that you want. You serve for yourself. All our dishes are basically almost less than 5 minutes serving. Spilt milk, in short, in Swahili, you can say maziwa imemwagika. So basically, this is whereby we do coffees, tea, and breakfast, lunch, and all-day dining.
It has a relaxed and welcoming seating area with very unique features with a touch of nature. If you decide to visit Spilt Milk at Nairobi Street Kitchen, you'll find on the menu a variety of healthy and delicious food choices with a huge focus on fresh, organic, and quality ingredients.
I'll cook for you a dish called mushroom risotto. Olive oil kidogo, a bit of butter for the flavor. Just a low heat to melt out your butter. Then you put in your red onions. Unazieka. Then you let them, you stir as you wait for it. You let them become translucent. We call it sweating. Yeah, don't let them get color. Yanza tu kuwa translucent kiasi. It will take you roughly 30 seconds depending on the amount of onions uko nazo. Yeah, so after the onions, so for risotto we use chele inaitwa arborio rice. It's different. It's not haipatikanangi huku in Kenya. It's traditional to Italy, but you can still use the normal rice at home. You're toasting the rice so that your rice release starch, and once the starch is released, it will help the sauce become creamy. It's something you'll observe kwa mchele yako. It will start turning translucent on the edges. Alafu hapo katikati it will stay white. So ideally that's what you want. That shows mchele yako ina release the starch. This is white wine. Once the wine has cooked down, start by putting ladles of mushroom stock. Unaweka kikorogo na reduce. Ukienda reduce, you add more. Hivyo tu. So ideally, the best way to cook risotto, you have to constantly stir it. So after like 10 minutes of stirring, adding your stock, mchele itafura, kishafura, sauce yenyewe nayo itaanza kuwa cream, itakuwa mzito kabisa. And that's what you want. Ideally, a Spilt Milk will do healthy dishes for the healthy-oriented person.
Spilt Milk is the first place in Nairobi Street Kitchen to open in the morning. It's our coffee shop. We have really nice, freshly baked croissants and nice pastries, good sandwiches and juices if you're in a hurry and you want to grab something and head to the office. But there's also like a nice menu, sort of health-focused, organic-focused, if you want to sit down and have a nice lunch with somebody or dinner as well. It's also the space that we'll be doing really nice brunches going forward on the weekends, and we have a nice outdoor area that will lend itself very much to that. Yeah?
This is the sitting area. We also have an outside sitting area for Spilt Milk.
It is tastefully designed and decorated with a range of art, colorful lighting, and food trucks that create the ultimate street vibe and a modern ambience that makes you feel right at home.
Nairobi 68 is a wine bar. It's a wine bar with a Portuguese theme. So Portugal is, in many ways, a rising star of the European countries, sort of Latin-speaking countries. Portugal's got a wonderful culture of food and wine, and we want to showcase that. So we've created a Portuguese-inspired menu with traditional dishes. A lot of them are like what we call petiscos, which is like small dishes that are good for sharing or like snacks that you can have with a drink. And then we have a wine list that goes there that's a combination of Portuguese wines, but also international wines as well.
We have almost 65 different types of wines that we deal with. So if you come to Nairobi Street Kitchen, look for Bitola, red or white.
At Nairobi Street Kitchen, you can create an adventure no matter the occasion. It has the most unique dining experience, whether it's for a special celebration, drinks with friends, or a business lunch. You can stroll through the renovated building, perusing artisanal, local merchandise, or spend hours satisfying your inner foodie as you hop between each of the 11 eclectic collection of restaurants, bars, and entertainment spaces.
Welcome to Bee and Bones. This is my specialty, this is my home. This is where you'll find me when you come to Nairobi Street Kitchen. It's called Bee and Bones and Social Bar, rooftop. So come with me please and show you whereby all the magic happens. If you are a meat lover, if you love mutura, if you love bones, we sell beer and bones, and we also have a tapas menu for it.
This space is a multi-use space. It's a big open space. We had a Zumba class there this morning. We've had Momentum Gym in there doing CrossFit and things like this. But we'll also have like live music there. There's a big video wall for like sports and things like that. 2 large bars, a great cocktail menu inspired by 24 hours in Nairobi, and lots of fun to be had. We hope that people really enjoy this space and utilize it. Again, it's a space that we can use to promote and showcase the arts. You know, musicians and you know, people like in theatre have really struggled in the last 2 years with what we've had with a global pandemic. You know, DJs, you know, they're not getting the work that they used to get, you know, and so to be able to offer a space where we can have young people again come in, utilize the space, whether they are DJs, musicians, sound engineers, that's all part of what we plan to do with that space. So.
The team has created a truly unique dining experience that connects people through delicious food, drinks, and culture.
Buttered buns is a burger concept, and then we have several others that are housed in shipping containers. Desi Loco is the South Indian vegetarian street food concept, and it's a space that is housed inside a 1960s Leyland bus.
What's unique about Desi Loco is the authenticity and the amount of detail they've put into this joint to bring out the Indian culture. Inside the truck, you'll find art that depicts Indian gods, and there's a secret dining area for someone who's a bit shy and wants a tucked away corner.
We've expanded it so that we could fit both a kitchen in it, but it actually has a secret guest area in the front half where guests can climb inside, and there's some seating inside there. It was painted by a traveling artist called Sarah, who was traveling through Kenya and spent 6 weeks painting this bus alone. So it's a really, again, testament to the amount of detail that we've gone into on this project in order to try and create a space that is beautiful and interesting and speaks to the interest for all the different cultural aspects that are encaptured in the building.
Right across the Desi Loco, you'll find Nude, a noodle bar inspired by cuisines from Southeast Asia.
It's got a variety of different food items on the menus, so again, catering to sort of vegetarian and non-vegetarian, and some really nice things. What's really cool about Nude is the guys are making their noodles by hand, okay? So this is a skill that takes a long time to learn and to master, but it's really fun to see, and I think the guests will also really enjoy.
For one portion, unachukua moja tu, una dust unga. Hii unga unaweza tumia Chinese wheat flour or any other flour. Hii haina any effect. These 3 noodles, maybe you can pull it 9 times or 8 times. You put it in the hot water. It should be boiling, not cold, for 2 to 3 minutes. It's ready.
So what's unique about our noodles is the workmanship that we've seen. It's all made from scratch by hand, handmade noodles. Because you know, majority of Kenyans, we're used to noodles that are made through machines, bought in the supermarket, don't know how they are made. But in Nairobi street kitchen is where the magic happens. We make the noodles from scratch with our own hands. There's variety when it comes to vegetarian and vegetarian. We have mushroom one for vegetarian, we have pork, we have chicken, and we also have seafood. So just depending on your palate, you ask and we give you. Basically what we're doing today is chicken ramen. Chicken ramen, we've grilled the chicken. As you've seen, my good chef here, Austin, I was able to prepare the noodles and it was boiled in the water. So generally after it's done, we make something called a chicken stock. Chicken stock is whereby we boil the chicken bones and we get the broth out of it. That's what you're going to use it for service. We also spice it up a bit with something called a miso sauce. So here we have sesame seeds, and then here we have microgreens, which comes on top. We also have soft-boiled eggs, which are already soaked in soy sauce. We begin with slicing the chicken, which is quite tender. The part of the chicken that I've used is chicken thigh, which is softer. So grilled on top, and then Austin is going to help me plate this. He's going to put the broth in the noodles. Chinese are also known for sauces and also just to give it a kick and a flavor. So it's both a noodle and soup at the same time. We're going to put our nice chicken around it. Then on top of it, we will take one egg, slice it into two, and then put some sesame seeds on top, which are already toasted, and a little bit of microgreens. We have our chicken ramen. So here we have chopsticks. You can use chopsticks.
The food that you have here is like noodles, traditionally noodles, ramen, pho. There's an Indonesian dish which is a laksa, a chicken and prawn laksa.
What's keen to note is that every joint has a unique seating area furnished with stunning, repurposed furniture and a quirky art collection. Follow me. This space here is Si Señor.
Si Señor is a Mexican place whereby we do tacos. So currently we have different kinds of tacos. We have vegetarian, we have pork, we have chicken. And this is whereby all the magic happens from Mexico. We also have our cocktail area. This is whereby we do cocktails. Everything produced in Kenya inspired by Mexican.
So if you like margaritas or you're a fan of the cocktails, come and check this out. There's an entire menu just of margaritas, some really nice things to do. Housed in this old upcycled 1972 Volkswagen Combi bus. The artist who's created this space is a local Kenyan artist called Wise2, okay? And his artwork is inspired by Mexico. A lot of the motifs are Mexican, and he's very knowledgeable about the different communication that comes through his art.
So this is a sitting area for Mexicans. And then also at the end, if you notice, we have an Aztec god. This is the god of death for the Mexicans.
The main focus here is tacos, okay? And tacos, to make a good taco, you have to have a good tortilla. And to make a good tortilla, you have to do something called nixtamalization to your corn or your maize, okay? And that's a process which allows us to give us a good paste for the production of the tortilla itself, okay?
Take a trip around the world, one delectable bird at a time. Whether you're into simple, hearty American birds, feisty, plucky Portuguese birds, or you're seeking the delight of home with a saucy, comforting Kenyan bird.
Bird exchange is a play on the stock exchange, okay? So the idea is that we have different bird or chicken dishes from around the world, and the dishes are named after different currencies, okay? So we've started off with 5 that are an American, a Korean, a Japanese, a Kenyan, and a Portuguese. And they're named after the currencies of those different countries, okay? Set up in different formats, but this one is proving to be a really popular option since we opened, and there's often a queue here.
So this is the wonderful sitting area for bird exchange. And also remember, all the artifacts done in Nairobi Street Kitchen is locally done by local artists. So that means Nairobi Street Kitchen will support local talent with the amazing chefs here.
I licked it, so it's mine. This is where you end your experience with a delectable nightcap at Hopscotch. They offer the best homemade ice cream and milkshakes that will leave you craving for more.
Hopscotch is an Instagram-inspired dessert bar. The idea here is that we have ice cream cookie sandwiches, bubble waffles, and a whole lot of fun desserts that are big, bold, bright, and beautiful, okay? It's again one of the concepts that we'll change up regularly, yeah? But this is where we want people to come and try something as a sweet treat towards the end of your meal.
This is also a great spot for a coffee date or cheeky after dinner treat. There are endless options to explore in this space.
We hope you've enjoyed your tour and your look behind the scenes, getting to know some of the people who are making the magic happen in this space. and we look forward to welcoming the rest of Nairobi to the space too. Have a look out for our social media handles, Nairobi Street Kitchen on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, where we are sharing lots of great content on there, where you can get in touch with us also. Remember, when you're coming to visit, we are operating this building cashless. We operate with M-Pesa and credit card, debit cards, all of these options. Much safer, better way to operate in the current climate, especially with things going on. So yeah, but looking forward to welcoming you here. Thank you very much. Asante sana.